think it's on. I think it's on. I think it's on. Let me go this side. That's not stable. It's all shaky. It's too shaky. I think it's too shaky. Hi, Sylvia. Wait. Live chat. Here. Can you hear me? Hopefully. Trying to make it less shaky. All right, good. Now I just got to be able to see. It's too bright. All these complaints. There we go. All right, I can see you a little bit. It's 10:30 p.m. Well, that's what you get for being on the other side of the world. I think it's 10 something a.m. here. 10:21, 10 something. In the a.m. and it's 60 degrees. It was 64 yesterday, pretty much all day. So I went out and about yesterday, enjoyed the weather. Figured I'd do it again today. So here we are. I charged the phone. If it stays connected, we'll be all right. You know how that goes. Where's it at? There we go. Do I ever read tarot for zodiac signs? um, yes. We do it on Red Lentil Healing's channel every month. That's the YouTube channel name, Red Lentil Healing. I was going to start a second channel just for that, actually. And I know it to be, oh, there's Red Lentil Healing now. I know it to be a bad idea, so I didn't do it. But the tableau spreads that I do with the tarot, I call them tableau spreads because I use like the house system, but it doesn't use all 78 cards. It just uses 22. And so I was gonna do that for the zodiac signs, like do a Cancer tableau, and then a Pisces tableau, and then a Scorpio tableau, all 12 of them, right? And the tableaus don't take that long. I mean, they can if you do them thoroughly, but if you read fast like I do, then 10 minutes tops, something like that. But that's 12 tableaus, and they take a lot of mental energy. So that's a lot. I tried to do it one day just as a test to see how it would go. And I got to two, and I'm like, yeah, forget this. It takes a lot to do those. And so, no, it ain't happening. Ain't happening, captain. So, no, I don't do zodiac readings outside of red lentil healing. I wanted to because it's interesting when I did the tableau spreads for the zodiac, because you don't need a question to do those. You just need to read the cards as they are and the relationship of them and blah blah blah. But that's a lot. That's a whole lot. To do 12 of them. If it was just like a 5 card spread, then, you know, big deal, but it's not. It's a 22 card spread, and it's layered at that. So it takes a lot of mental energy, a lot of vibrational energy. You have to remain high at the all times, and it's a lot. So that's the long answer. Oh Lord, 5 a.m. Well, you're always up at 5 a.m. Are you suntanning, Mr. Bird? This bird's standing in the middle of the street. He ain't flew away or nothing. Maybe he can't fly. Yo, what is wait, yeah, I can't see. Oh well, we'll come back. There is I got distracted. Yesterday, I'll just move on to the other topic. Yesterday, me and the Ninja Foodie put some work in yesterday. I made everything in the whole house. Made pork chops, chicken and rice, green beans, roast potatoes, all in that thing, mind you. Pork chops, no, I made those on the stove, but everything else in that darn machine. If you don't have one, get you one. They are literally Jesus on the counter. Like, it's just, it's special. Uh-oh. No polluting. String broke. Put it in your pocket. So that's what we did. Good morning. I made all the food in the world. Ain't but 2 people in the house. But if we go hungry, you did it on purpose. It's a miracle machine. Went from thawed chicken to cooked in 40 minutes. And somebody told me in one of the live streams, I think the last one I did, about the gravy. Because I can't make gravy. I can't cook, period. I mean, let's just start there. But if you give me a shortcut, I might can figure it out. And so she said, take the chicken broth and put some cornstarch in it. And so what I did is I put the chicken in the foodie, right? And then it makes gravy. I put chicken broth in there with it inside the foodie. And so it makes gravy. It didn't make a lot though, because it reduces, I suppose. And so then I took separate chicken broth, put it on the stove, caramelized onions in the Irish, that damn Irish butter. Wait a minute, let me interrupt my story for this commercial break. That Irish Kerrygold butter, them heifers right there. I don't know what they put in that, but it's got to be crack cocaine, at least double the strength. Like, what? Jesus Christ. That Kerrygold Irish butter, I will do 2 commercials for them for free every day for the rest of my life. Do you understand? Oh my God. It ain't like, and what's strange about it? It ain't strange, but what's strange about it is it's not like it's loaded full of chemicals and 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 stuff, and it's, I don't know. Because you know, American food is scientifically engineered to make you want to eat more of it, right? Because it's got a bunch of salt, a bunch of sugar, a bunch of crap you don't need to eat, all that type of stuff. This damn butter, though, I mean, this got, these cows have to come from heaven. They just have to. It's I can't. Anyway, so I used the Kerrygold butter to caramelize the onions, even though it's not recommended because butter burns, you know. But I did it anyway because I don't mind that taste. So it didn't burn, but you know, it's just, if you're going to caramelize something in butter, use clarified butter. That I do know. But anyway, it worked just fine. It worked perfectly because I didn't need them to be brown onions. I just need them to not be so harsh. Because I ain't eating the onion anyway. I just need the flavor. So put it in the chicken broth. Made the broth. I can't see. I don't know if y'all can, but I can't see nothing. And so put it in the broth. Put some cream in there. And a little cornstarch to thicken it up. And then added it all together. And I finally made gravy. That's what I did. Worked out perfectly to the point where I could have just drank gravy. Just, I mean, it's full of butter and cream. How can you not? So, and that's another thing. I have now discovered heavy whipping cream. And so it goes in everything. I made banana foster the other day. Well, my version of, because I didn't use orange juice and all that stuff. So I just basically made bananas, cinnamon, and cream, brown sugar, and cream. I didn't care for that because I don't like hot fruit. I don't like cooked fruit. And that was a combination of both. So that was a no for me. Gravy, yes, gravy and onion smoothie, absolutely. I could have just drank it. So I made all that, and all I ate was gravy and rice. I ate a little piece of chicken, but you know. We've been on a vegetarian kick, and we had meat yesterday because it's been in the freezer since, you know, the 50s. So I'm like, okay, Might as well take it out and cook it. So we did, or I did. We'll have to do a cooking show in November, I think. Is everybody cooking now? I think everybody's cooking now. Everybody doing the cooking show. It's fun, even if you can't do it. I watch a lot of them. And then you have to adapt. I watched one where oh, it's a little green bird. I've never seen those. I got distracted. It has a weird flying pattern too. Squirrel. I don't even know what I was saying. Like everywhere now. So there's a bunch of seasonings and stuff that I know nothing about, and I don't see. Like for instance, okay, there was this chicken dish, or was it pork? It doesn't matter. It was a meat dish of some sort. And they were like, okay, put this in there, put that in there, put this in there, and nutmeg. Now, I've tasted nutmeg by itself, so it's not like, you know, I can see why you would put it in there because it gives it a different kind of bite. But nutmeg? I, it, mm-mm. Mm-mm. Like I can't. There's just some things that should stay in the thing that I know it to be in. Like put nutmeg in your pumpkin pies and sweet potato pies. Don't put it in your meat. And I'm sure it's fine, but don't give it to me. That just, it sounds nasty. Nutmeg. Leave it alone. I can't do it. I don't know what these are, but they look dead. Chipmunks, I heard you. When I'm in the sewers, if you're looking for them. I'm Dr. Doolittle, I'm talking to the chipmunks. Now on Instagram, I posted a picture. Right now it's clear and no clouds whatsoever. Clear blue sky. But oh, now the breeze, here it goes. But the other day, there was the Mamatus, I think is how he said it. Okay, I'm trying to talk, Mr. Breeze. But they look like cartoons. And the picture just did not do it justice. Like, I come downstairs and the whole living room is like gold. It's just gold light. Not yellow, not off yellow, not deep yellow. Like gold light. Like I'm in Valhalla somewhere. And so I'm like, okay, let me go outside and see what is going on with this light. And then I walk outside And then these cartoon clouds are outside. Like I've never seen them before in my whole life. I took 150 pictures. Like I literally ran upstairs to get the phone. Like they were going to disappear in in 10 seconds. It was the weirdest thing. Weird in a good way, though, because I've never seen that before. But Google it. I think it's Mammatus, I think. They're just the strangest looking clouds. But he said they're a cloud formation that attaches themselves to usually like the cumulonimbus clouds, the big puffy ones. And so they looked like cartoons. And then they were colorful at that. But now, no clouds anywhere. It's gonna rain in 2 days because all my old joints hurt. But we'll walk them out today. Now, I will say this too. All of these, like you see all the green, it's very lush. But some of these are changing colors already. That happened last year too, where mid-July and August, they start changing colors and falling to the ground. It's like fall starts early. Well, maybe it doesn't here. Like pure brown leaves. But like Oklahoma, it doesn't do that. But right now, it's 64 here, and I think 90 in Oklahoma. It'll probably be 97 today. They can keep that for sure. I don't like heat. It makes me agitated and everything in between. But it is nice today. But there's piles of brown leaves though. And it's not just the ones that are like in the shade and they don't get enough nutrients. It's like this period. Never paid attention to it, I suppose. Now it was about 430,000 crows out here earlier, and they make the worst bird noises. It's offensive. I like the way they look, but the way they sound. Then they're loud and obnoxious. Like, go away. They're the loud friend at the party. Oh Lord, here she comes. She can't whisper. But they've gone down the street now. Hey, sunflower. It's 56 in Maine. You went to go to Maine. I should have while I was up here, but you know I don't leave the house. I didn't go to New York either. I should have done that too. But you know I don't leave the house. So next year, that'll be my resolution is to leave the house at least once. Go to a place and just go. That's going to be the plan. Y'all hold me to that. We'll go somewhere. Like on the plane, go somewhere, not just go to the store. Like go somewhere, go somewhere. Somewhere I haven't been by this time next year. I said that last time, I think, too. It's 45. See, that's my speed right there. Like this is perfect because you got a slight breeze. There's zero clouds in the sky. It's not hot. The sun is shining and it's still not hot. Now, mind you, it's like 11 o'clock in the morning, 10 o'clock, 10:48. So I'm sure it'll get hotter, but it's pleasant. This is picnic weather. Get you a blanket or sheets or whatever you put on. I don't do picnics, but whatever you put on the ground and put a rock on it so it don't blow away. And sit and eat your peanut butter and jelly sandwich or whatever y'all do. Whatever your speed is. It's that kind of pleasant today. Now, I still don't like the white ball of death, but it's not so bad today. Especially in the shade. It's tolerable. Now, if you're a person who gets cold easy, you'd need a little jacket. Because it's like that kind of weather. Because the breeze that blows is a cool one. So it's not blowing hot air. No, I love sitting on the ground. Well, no, let me take that back actually. I like sitting on the floor inside the house. I'm not a chair person. I'm really not. My first apartment had zero things in it. A computer. That's all I had. That's all I wanted. I had people in my life. I have been very blessed to be in the company of people who see you do well. So when I got my first apartment and I lived 4 miles away from my job, so I walked to work. So it was this man, this woman who wanted to give me a car. Like, give me a car. Like, give me a whole car. And some people at the church wanted to give me furniture and a bed and a toaster and a blender and a da-da-da-da. And I'm like, I mean, I have a job. So, I mean, it's not like I don't know where the furniture store is. I don't care for it. And then the question would always come up, well, what if you have somebody over? Then them suckers better bring their own chair. I mean, I don't do guests, first of all. Like, I don't like people in my house, and I don't like to be in other people's house because I don't like to be in their space, and I don't want nobody in my space. So I don't do guests. But my sister and my nieces lived around the corner, literally like a stone throw away. They would come over, and you know what the game is. If you didn't bring you nothing to sit on, then you're going to sit on this floor that has been provided for you. Thank you very much. Pick a spot. Lay in it, sit in it, twirl in it. I don't care what you do. It's yours. But I ain't buying no chairs just because you want to come to my house. Well, I got to go out of my way to buy stuff for you. So no, that ain't that kind of party around here. Now my brother likes furniture, so there's furniture in the house. But me personally, I don't care where you sit. You can sit on the counter if you want to. But I'm not buying no chairs. Now over the years, we have a small collection of them little beach chairs because that's the one place I am not sitting in. Now I did it when we went to Florida because I did not have a chair. Or went to Florida. When we were in Florida and went to the beach, I'd sit in the sand. But sitting in the sand is not ideal, especially if you got cracks and crevices. So this is why I always wear jeans because I don't wear shorts outside the house. And so going to the beach, I can see taking the chair. So we have a bunch of like the little beach chairs. But if you need something to sit on, if you in my house, you better have an active imagination or bring your own chair. Because I ain't not a furniture person. I don't see the need. I don't see the need for me anyway. Have I made ice cream in the Ninja? No, can you do that? You can make yogurt. Oh, in the Ninja blender. No, I have not actually. There's all these companies that make ice cream, and I think I should support them. So I would choose not to do that actually. So there you go. There's just some things that I'm just not. I'm not interested in doing, and that's one of them. I made ice cream once in my life. It was the tin ice cream, I think it was called. Anyway, you put your milk and your cream and your ice and your ingredients in a tin can and you roll it back and forth. And then it gets cold and turns into ice cream. And we did that once. And it worked. But no. See, that's me. That's me. I slept on the floor forever because I like it. I don't like soft beds. I don't like soft things. I, the, the floor is perfect for me. I don't have back problems and all these type of things. It's perfect. I do not like cushiony, soft. That now a chair can be soft, but a bed I can't do soft beds. It drives me insane. I don't want to sink down in the thing and you got to roll 48 times to try to get out and you need a crane and a lift and a cane and I can't. I got too many folds and depressions to be sinking down in some beds and things. No, I can't. You got to give me a head start to get out there. Because if you got to make those noises just to get out the bed, no, thank you. It's bad enough you got to do that just to get off the couch. I can't. No, thank you. So I like the floor. Mm-hmm. That's what it was. I walked 4 miles to work every day, 5 days a week, sometimes six. I got a lot of Sundays off, most of them actually, because I was in the church and my boss was the Sunday school teacher of the church. And what are these little green birds? Now I'm just so distracted again. And he would the pastor would always kind of, I don't say shame, but he would bring it up that, oh, you made him work on Sunday, did you? Because she set the schedule. So if I, as one of the junior pastors of the church, if I was in if I wasn't there, then it was more than likely her fault. So I walked there every day, rain, sleet, or snow, or heat. Took an hour and 15 minutes. I don't think I'd ever do that again. But I did it, I was, mind you, I was in my 20s, but I did it without thinking. You just put your earphones on, got your music, and that's back in the day when I had a Walkman, so I had CDs. I was carrying CDs to work. Lord Jesus. Never once had a backpack. Carried all that mess in my hand. Didn't carry any water either. Just struck out walking. That's the fool card right there, just in case you want to know. You were not prepared for this, but you did it anyway. I survived. No heat stroke, no hypothermia. But at the same time, you gotta do what you gotta do. Walked 5 miles in the snow to make $5.50. That was minimum wage at the time. Or $5.25, something like that. Now mind you, I walk that far a lot of times anyway, but I wouldn't do it just to go to a job. Not now. Unless it was important. When I lived in Mississippi, that was 2 miles. And I hated that though. Because I had to cross two very busy streets, number one. And then there's no sidewalk, number two. So I had to walk in the grass. Then I had to walk past the cemetery. And it looks like Mike Myers, and Jason are all in there because it was horrible looking. But I'm like, I hate Mississippi. I said that before, I'm going to say it again. I just do. You don't like me either, so we good. There's one place I'm never going back to. Unless that is the only place on earth that is like above sea level or something. Other than that, I can't. Not the swamp. No. I hated every single second. Now, Mississippi is not horrible for some. It was horrible for me. So I'll say it that way. That way, you know. But some people love it. You know. Some people love it. Like when I worked in Florida, my boss loved Mississippi. And she was waiting for her kids to get a little older. And she says she's moving back. I wouldn't dare. If you gave me a free house and $1,000,000, I'm not going back. Like I hate it that much. It's like how my brother feels about Oklahoma. You can pay him to go back to Oklahoma. It's like my sister, you can't pay her to leave Oklahoma. So it's just, people have their places. They like their place. Me, I don't know if I found it yet. Every place has taught me something, and so I'll just go along with that. Texas, I liked as a place. Well, where we were in Texas, I liked as a place, but it's also the kind of place where it is put together to make you like it. Everything's clean, everything's pristine, everything's nice, blah, blah, blah. Mississippi, like my brother didn't mind it. And then, like the people who come to visit him, like he has a friend who likes the casino, so he likes gambling. And so, and so he'd come out, they'd go to the casino. My sister liked the casino. I, no, like I'm not a casino person, first of all. So that didn't appeal to me. Everything's brown, but the people don't care for that. Uh, like all this luscious green, they ain't have none of that. Everything's dead. The ground is dead. The people are. They're all walking dead. With nobody happy. Again, this is my experience. But it did teach me what I don't like. And how the other side of humanity thinks and operates. Because every day I'd walk to work, I see the same truck with one giant American flag on the back of it. Right next, it's like on one side, and then on the other side of the truck, a big giant Confederate flag. I'm like, oh my God. What is going on between your ears? Is it just white noise, or is it like two monkeys banging pots together? What's happening between your ears? So then you go to Florida. Florida was fine as a place. I didn't like the heat. So I think I exaggerate when I say I hated Florida. I didn't hate Florida. I really did. I don't like heat, but it's Florida. You know, you're 8 steps from the equator, so you're going to be hot. So it's the tropics, not the good kind. So the devil's breath in the swamp ass was very real, but, you know, it wasn't horrible. The beach was pristine. It was pretty. Not a beach person, but if you are, white sand and crystal blue water, you can't beat it. So it wasn't horrible as a place. Place, I mean environment. So it wasn't horrible in that regard. It's just hot for no reason 10 months out of the year. And then 3 months out of the year, the wind tried to knock everything you ever liked, ever loved, ever known down to the ground. So it wasn't horrible. It was just different. Here in Pennsylvania, the only thing I can complain about here is the people. They're not, like I said, they're not mean or nasty or none of that. And this, of course, as I've said before, this is my experience, not the entire place or somebody else's experience. They're not Oklahoma nice, I'll say it that way. Like the woman I just passed just a minute ago, she smiled and nodded, and all that. But mind you, she's walking a horse, so she probably has to acknowledge people as they walk by. And you walk past people, they don't say hi. You look at people, they look to the ground. Say, okay. They just aren't they're not overtly friendly. Like, again, Oklahomans will jump in your pocket to say hi to you. Like, they're Southerners, so they have Southern charm, I suppose. These people here, they're not mean, they're just not the same. And so you can't expect Southern charm in a northern city. I get it, but at the same time, you're still a person, damn it. So it's just, I don't know. It's different. But that is nitpicky, mind you. I can't complain about nothing else so far. The winter is winter, so yes, it's cold and it snows. It's winter. The summer is hot and dry. It's summer. Sometimes it's humid, but again, it's summer. Now, mind you, it's July and it's 65 degrees, so don't look the gift horse in the mouth. But, I mean, it's full of greenery. Where I am is extremely quiet. Where I'm walking is extremely quiet. That's why I come over here. So I can't complain. I really can't. I really can't. So, again, like I say, it's cold in the winter and hot in the summer. The trees change colors, which I do miss. Florida, nothing changed colors except the people, and that's from the sun. So that's it. California was I don't know. I'm not a Californian. I just, I don't know. That was the one place I moved to where on a daily basis, somebody was 2 or 3 words from being cussed all the way out every day. It's culture shock too, mind you. Because I've never met people so I woke up this morning, therefore everything is mine mentality in the world. Where I was, anyway. Very bougie, very highfalutin. And that's just ain't me. And somebody just sent me a video about the pains of why people hate retail. And I've never had so many, I'm not shopping here anymore. And why does this cost this? Excuse me. First of all, because I worked at CVS at the time. My name is Johnny, Johnie, not CVS. Gosh darn it, first of all. Second of all, I could not care any less. I couldn't give a crap if crap is all I had to give. I still wouldn't. If you shop somewhere else, please do. That way I never see you again. I can't with those people. Now, the people you get to know are fantastic. The customer base in that area I'm talking about, not all of California, mind you, but in that area, all the people that came in there just act like you owed them something. And you thinking, this is the drugstore. Half of you sick, not me, first of all. Second of all, you need help, so you should be nicer. I'm just saying. what kind of allergy medicine should I? There's a whole pharmacy counter. Maybe you should ask one of them people who went to school for 8 years. What you asking me for? I barely finished high school. Okay, you gonna be nasty and then ask for my help? I can't. Not to mention, that is the biggest pet peeve of mine in the entire world when working retail. If I say hi to you and you don't say nothing to me, then I'm done talking too. How much does this cost? I can't talk. I don't know. You can't talk. I can't either. Don't talk to me now that you need something. My philosophy in life, which has always rang true for whatever reason, is you're going to need me before I need you. How much does it cost? I don't know. Find somebody who can talk and they'll tell you. I can't do it. I ain't trying to be your friend. We ain't got pen pals and we ain't got to Netflix and chill and you ain't got to come over and we pop popcorn and watch Star Wars and Sex in the City and all this. No. All I said was hi. And you didn't say nothing. So we done talking. I just want you to know that. In case you didn't. You know it now. Petty boots, I was born in them, just in case you did not know. Don't play with me. But I liked California's weather. And I didn't hate California. It's just where I was, the people were fops. And so I can't. I don't like sedity people. Don't, because mind you, as Red Fox says, I don't care how famous you are, you still got to wash your behind. So I can't with people who feel as though they woke up on a throne. I can't. Don't do that. Be humble in private, or God will do it in public. Because mind you, what I mean, in case you've never heard me say that before, what I mean, be grateful for what you have in your life. Thank God for it. Cherish it, even if it's just a little. And then you walk out your house and you treat people like you got some damn sense. If you choose not to do that, then you know what's going to happen. There's a show called Frasier back in the day with Kelsey Grammer. And one of the little stories that his producer Ross told was of this woman. She's an actress. She wanted to be remembered. That's all she wanted. And so, she went through the whole pains of trying to be beautiful and trying to be talented and trying to be this. She just wanted to be remembered. And she was found dead in the bathroom with her head in the toilet. And that is how she was remembered. So, humble thyself in private, or God will do it in public. You want to fall on your face in front of everybody and not be able to get up? Keep playing. Humility will save your life. But that was my bicentennial minute. There you go. I want to know what this little green ass bird is though. Because if it's a hummingbird, I'm about to kill it right now. Because I put food out for you bastards and you wouldn't come to my house. You don't belong around. Is that what this is? I can't even show y'all because it's blended in with the dang tree. But ain't no flowers around here though. So I guess not. You suckers. I got all kind of stuff out in my front yard for these suckers, and they would not come by at all. I'm gonna put a hit out on you. That's what I'm gonna do. But it's got a weird flying pattern. It's got very small wings, but they're not beating really fast. So I guess that's not a hummingbird. It's just a little bird, I guess. Because the little book said that Sylvia sent me that what they do is at the beginning of summer, which I guess we're still at the beginning of summer, they go and they survey the area. If there's nothing there, they do not come back. So it ain't like they go back to check and see if you got groceries. So there's like no, ain't no food in this house, so let's keep it moving. The size of these leaves, Jesus. Sugar water. I did the thing I was supposed to do. Them suckers. But again, I didn't do this at the beginning of last summer. I did this like in August. So the book said at the beginning of summer, they survey the areas. And if you got something for them to eat, they will come back. If you do not, they will not come back. And I did not at the beginning of summer because when nobody think about no hummingbirds. So I'm like, I've never seen one before, and let's put the thing out there, see if I can see one. Nope. I caught a bunch of ants though. So that was fun. Ants like sugar and water. So that's pretty much all I got. Two females, one male. Do they all fight? I know Jody Roberts has hummingbird feeders on her deck. And they all fight, even though she has like 3 feeders. Plenty of it to go around. They all still fight. It's like here, when we put seeds outside, the chipmunks, they come in, they chase each other off. The birds, they chase each other off. Interestingly enough, though, maybe it's a timing thing, because the crows around here, they come out um, in the morning and then in the evening in this area. And so they don't really do the seeds all that much because they're pretty much gone, I guess, by the time they come back. Because them chipmunks do not play. And then the chipmunks come in, they eat fast, them little jaws. And then the squirrels come in, and the squirrels around here are like little pit bull puppies. They gigantic. So don't nobody fool with them except each other. And then a rabbit comes by. And the rabbit ain't running from nothing except people. This is the biggest thing out here. Vaseline, okay. Well, I mean, my hummingbird project is over. I get over things very quickly. Gemini mind. I jump from one thing to the other. Very little effort. So I'm very much over it. Now I do have, we have two rabbits. Well, I'm sure we have more, but that's all I ever see. Now, mind you, I only see one down here, then one at the other end of the street. But it's one, it's always in my yard. And they're used to us now, I guess, because I walked outside because I had the bag and I'm sprinkling crap on the ground for them to eat. And he just stood there. He stood far enough away just in case, you know, I was going to be a jerk or something. But he stood there and just waited till I was done. Then when I went in the house, he like, okay, time to eat. So I always put the rabbit a pile of food, like away from the other piles. Because we make three. One for the Blue Jays and the Cardinals. And then one for the squirrels and the chipmunks. Or separately, because they don't eat together either. Now the robins around here, of course, they eat worms and crap. But that is one bird that nobody messes with. Because they're not the biggest, but they're big enough to where you ain't gonna fool with that one. Ooh, they about to start barbecuing. Lord Jesus. About to go make friends. Wait a minute. Oh, now the hawks. I haven't seen one actually in a while. But when there's one around here, you know it. Because all the birds making noise. Which, I don't know how that works. Like when a lion and a cheetah and a jaguar, when they get spotted, all of the, the gazelle and the whatever, they all look in the same direction. All the birds make all the noise. It forces them to move away from the area because they have to use the element of surprise. That way they don't exert so much energy trying to bring something down. I don't know how that works with the birds because they make noise, but they're still in the tree. And the hawk is above them. So if he dive bomb, how you gonna get out the way? Oh, I seen that. Okay. I was walking from the store and like on the power line is a robin. And next thing you know, I thought it was falling. Like it was about to fall and hit the ground. But because its wings was to its side, it wasn't flapping or nothing. It just dropped. And then it like hit the ground. Well, not smashed into it. It landed on the ground, I should say. But whatever it was looking for, it got. It was like a little bug or something, I don't know. But it like dive bombed off the power line. Now it startled me. Like, what the hell is it falling? Is it about to die? 'Cause I don't know how to resuscitate no bird. But it was very odd to see. I'll just say that. Because no flapping, no nothing. It just free fall from the power line to the ground. Okay, it pounced, I guess is a good analogy. So it was very strange to see. I guess that's why people watch birds all day. I guess I can't. That was a bit much. I'm like, I have no free hands. I can't catch you. Oh, there's berries. I bet you eat one of these, you will die instantly. Everything over here is poisonous. Let me see if I can show. I can't even see what I can show you. God dang phone. Let me do this. There it is. Can y'all see that? There you go. Yeah, you can see it. I can see it. I had to come over here so I can take a picture. Quit blowing away. I'm trying to look and see. Shh, Mr. Wheel. What are those? Anybody know? I ain't touching it either. I have damn COVID-19 and COVID-22 touch these damn things. Nature is nasty sometimes. Okay. I wouldn't dare eat it. You know, when I was a kid, though, we used to eat, because we had a blackberry bush and a honeysuckle bush. So we used to take the little stem out the middle of the honeysuckle, eat that, and then the berries we never went back to because they weren't ever sweet. So that'd have been some mess we'd have stuck in our mouth back in the day. But I know the little red plants, they're back too, with the red stems. Oh Lord. Look at all that. I'm sure it's a snake somewhere in there. I'm pretty sure it is. I can smell incense. There's another one. It's only one though. There's little clusters on that other one. Well, I'm sure. That would stop your blood pressure. Blood pressure stopping devices. Where's the little red things? That's it, but it ain't quite so red. Right there. I like the little white butterfly. I'm not a butterfly person. I'm like bugs, period. I don't care what they are. Outside of ladybugs, they all gross me out. This is the staff of Pericles. Get messed up. Run up, get stuck. There it is. Little red stem things. Everything's dangerous. It's nice to look at. Don't touch it. Don't touch none of it. Don't even look at it too long. Curiosity of the human brain. You look at it too long, you're going to want to touch it, taste it, or something. So it's. Because humans just, I don't know. They're still animals too, I guess. Now that looks angry. See if I can show you all these too. I'm in the middle of the damn street, like I'm David Attenborough or something. Like all them thorns and spikes and can you see that? Uh-oh, that's too close. That's angry looking. That's a weed for sure. I'm sure that's a weed. But all that stuff stays. Nobody ever cuts it, because why? Ain't nobody living in there. Leave it alone. Good place for the deer to hide. That's where they go. They go in there. The deer are back. They ate all my hostas. All the leaves off the hostas, I guess I should say. She's got doe or bambies. They came with the little spots. So it's neat to see. Because here they do a lot better. Because people tend to at least drive slower down these couple of streets here because there are a bunch of kids too around here. But you go 3 streets over, you always see one land on the side of the road, jump out in the street. So what happens? I know that's poisonous. Stay out the bushes. That's good advice for anybody. It's bright and I can't see. I don't know if y'all can. Okay. Look, even these are turning brown. Now there has been cloud cover a lot. This is the first day in a couple of weeks where it's just been zero clouds. Now what is that? Looks like a Christmas tree. Let me get in the street so I can show this too. There's a tree and all the way at the top of it are red leaves. Looks like a rose at the top of the tree. Stink. Oh, see, I can't. Bugs. Period. I can't with the bugs. We used to call them water bugs when I was in Oklahoma. The big giant. They look like Clydesdales. They were roach-looking apparatuses, but they were huge, gigantic. What they were technically, I do not know. Never cared to find out either. Just know I didn't like them. I mean, just all of them. If you look anything like a roach, no. Spiders, roaches, and mosquitoes. Just get rid of them. All of them. Now back all through here, that's where all the foxes and stuff are, all through there, because there's a bunch of little dens and all that stuff down in there. It's like where all the predators come from and then roam the neighborhood at night. Oh, I can smell honeysuckle. Oh, there they are, over there. Look at the size of these damn leaves. Let me show y'all. Let me figure this out again. Show and tell. I can't see though, because the sun is damn white ball of death. I can't stand it. Okay. I still can't see what y'all can see. You see the size of these darn leaves? I don't even know if you can see it. But they're gigantic. They're like little sofas. They're huge. I'm sure some poison ivy as long as I stay look here. I like to look, but I ain't going that close. We ain't downloading no what is this plant app, because I ain't really that curious. I ain't getting that close. I'll show y'all and zoom in. That's what I'm gonna do. Exactly. You can look, but don't touch it. That's where all the chipmunks live. And all this here. You see them running back and forth. Hi, Jody. Is that the rule? Lose the three, leave them be? All right. You ain't have to worry about me. I don't want to touch none of them. I like to look at the greenery. I like the verdancy. I like the life. But I don't need to touch it. I don't need a sample. I ain't making no art collages and all this here. Just no. Leave it alone. Be like that woman. I lived in Arizona for, well, that's where I spent my summers because sadism, I guess. And so went there is a story of a woman who, because you, this is not funny, but you know when anything go wrong, the first thing people do, call 911. You know, there's an alligator in my backyard, 911. Police come out. They ain't gonna shoot it, they just gonna call, you know, some wildlife this and that, which is technically what we should do, but, you know, panic sets in. And so this woman went to the desert. I mean, it's Arizona, the whole thing is dang desert, but she went out in the desert and got a cactus and took it home. I'm like, first of all, how you get it out the ground in your truck, then to your house? But, you know, wheel and way, I suppose. So she took this cactus home, as well as inside the cactus, a scorpion nest. So, instant regretted decisions for 100, Alex. So, I'm not a person who needs to get that close to nature. Just look at it, appreciate it, and keep it moving. That's all you need to do. Whatever it is, it's been there a long time, leave it alone. Because anything crawling in that house gets murdered. See, 92, I can't. We had one day here. Again, we're still in the beginning of summer, but it was 85. And I'm like, oh my God, I can't. I stayed in the house. I needed groceries. It's all right. You can eat peanut butter and jelly one more day. I ain't going nowhere. No time soon. 85? You talking about some 92? No, indeed. I can't do it. Ain't gonna do it. I have to stay in the house under the floorboards. Just 92 is not cute. 92. It's 65. I've been walking around for an hour and a half. So it's a tiny bit warm, but again, it's not hot. Not even a little bit. So I definitely ain't gonna say that. But the white ball of death has no obstructions. There are no clouds. Zero. So there's that. Hi, Jen. But it is nice. And I know y'all hear the breeze. So when the breeze comes in, like I said, it's a cool breeze. But sometime this year, this will be my last summer in Pittsburgh. It's been nice. Changes are coming. Yes. Cool day today. Rain's coming here. Probably Tuesday. I can feel it in my meteorological bones. Yes, moving, don't know where though. But I don't really care. That's not, ain't none of my business. I don't, I don't do that part. I just do the moving to part, not the moving part. Don't know where yet though. That's where I want to go. And go to Canada. You know, I always say go to Canada like people say go to Africa like it's one place. Oh, you went to Canada. What part of Canada did you go? Because it makes a difference. It's like if you go to the States, as they say, for over and other places, when you go to the States, which one did you go to? California is not the same as Texas, and Oklahoma ain't the same as New York, and Florida ain't the same as Nebraska completely. Which one did you go to? Where did you go? It makes a difference. There are some places, and I like Oklahoma. I didn't never hated it. My brother hates it. I never hated it. But that ain't the place you vacation to. Unless you want to go and like see the Turner Falls or like the Black Mesa or something like that, then okay. But that's it. I mean, that's it. What else you going there for? Frontier City? That's the, I don't even know if that's still open, the little amusement park they got. It's the size of a Tic Tac. Then they got Whitewater Bay, which is next to Frontier City. Whitewater is the ocean park. So they got like a little, not ocean, what do you call it? Water park, ocean park. They got a water park called Whitewater Bay. They have a, what do you call that? A bombing museum in case you want to go and get depressed. They got that. What else? You make your own fun when you live in Oklahoma. That's what you have to do. You have to have friends, or at least people you can tolerate for a little bit. Go out. They got plenty of stuff to eat. So, and the food is good. So that's something to do. You can go do that. But it ain't a place you vacation to. So it doesn't matter where you go, I suppose. Now, I was also told that if you go to Canada, go to Toronto. Is that what I was told? When I lived in Florida. Because when I lived in Florida, we'd get the snowbirds, as they call them. The people who come down for the winter. And most of them, of course, were Canadian. And so they would say, I think it was Toronto. Now, they mean well, okay. So it is. I wasn't. This is no offense, I suppose, in case somebody takes it the wrong way. I don't know, but just as a precursor, there is. She said, or many people were saying to me, you would like Toronto because it's it's the metropolis. It's more diverse. So it's not just a bunch of white people there. I ain't allergic to white people, so I don't have to go to a place that's mixed. I just, don't want to go to a place that's just boring. I'm just going to vacation somewhere. So, but I think that's what she said was Toronto. Of course, I always wanted to go to Nova Scotia, but it is apparently more conservative, is what the Google says. And I'm like, you know what? I'm tired of red state mentality, so I can't really. I just, mm-mm. I just, mm-mm. It's pretty though, but you'll need to travel halfway across the world to see pretty. You can go down the street, look out the window, see pretty, but or hell, see pretty don't have to leave the country. So I want to go somewhere foreign, that I want to not be surrounded by people you've got to get away from. So we'll see though. It's okay. See, I don't know. Because I ain't like I'm moving there. I just want to go for a week, see this and see that, and go home. I think if I move somewhere to then stop moving, it might be, clutch your pearls, it might be Las Vegas. Because that is one place that I wouldn't mind going back to. Yes, it's hot and it's the desert. And I don't like heat. In fact, I'm sweating right now. But, and it's not even hot out here. But I liked it. I liked it at night. Let me say that, I guess, because it was different. You move from Oklahoma to Las Vegas, like, I mean, come on. Oklahoma, like I said, I didn't hate it. It's the plains. I like the plains. I like flat ground, and they got hills and all that. But you go to Las Vegas, and everything on the strip has lights on it. Everything. McDonald's got lights and slot machines. The convenience store got lights and slot machines. Like, everything's got lights on it. You go to Oklahoma where there are just patches and swatches of land that is just black, dark, no lights, no nothing. Because it's the country, you know, lightning bugs, that type of thing. You go there and everything is just bright and sucking up all this energy. It was nice to see because it was so different. Huge, huge, huge culture shock. And I also experienced it at a time when it was interesting to see. How you doing? And it was interesting. And so that's a place I could go back to, but you know, it ain't priority either. So we'll see. We shall see. No, it does not sleep. I didn't either, so that's probably. I've always been a nighttime person. That's just how my circadian rhythm runs. Is in the opposite direction, I guess. And so when I lived there, there are some apartments right across the street from the Luxor Hotel. They're owned by the airport. And so that's where we lived. And so every night at whatever o'clock, 8 o'clock, 7 o'clock, I don't know when they turn the lights on. But when they turned them lights on, I was there. Went out the house, walking up and down the strip. I don't gamble. I don't smoke. So nothing in there like should appeal to me is the lights. Because when you walk inside of the casino, they all look the same. The old weird carpet. They all smell like cigarettes and cigars, just full of people. Just so they all look the same. But on the outside, and you get the people watching. Jesus, that should be a sport. I guess it is spectator sport, but man, the people watching, especially New Year's. Oh my God. Now you can't have a sensitive stomach though, because I mean everybody just heaving everywhere. But New Year's Eve, I should say, the people watching. Oh my goodness gracious, because it's just full of people. And I experienced this in Florida too, and I get it. I get the mentality behind it anyway. People leave their state and they act like nothing applies to them anymore, ever. I'm in a whole new place. I can break the law. No, you can't. Actually, you shouldn't here because you don't live here. And you're going to have to come back here to go to court. So it's probably not a good idea to break the law just because you're out of state. But when I was in Florida, people come down from Georgia and Alabama all the time, Texas, Oklahoma. They'd come down there and act like they have no home training and the laws have been suspended because they left their state. No, you still can't drink and drive. This is still America. Excuse me, the United States of America. You still can't drink and drive. You still can't be intoxicated in public, causing a scene. You can't do these things just because you're not in Georgia anymore. And so it constantly getting people arrested or People drive all the way to the beach and drown because they don't pay attention to the flags, and people tell them to get out the water, and they're like, no, because I don't have to do what you say because I don't live here. Okay. And in Florida, there's one of two things that's going to happen when you get in the water, when you got the red flag because the current is too this and blah, blah, blah. You get in the water, somebody tries to save you and they drown, you're going to jail for manslaughter because you weren't supposed to be in there. Or they let you drown and nothing happens because you shouldn't have been in there. They're not obligated to save you. So people do that in Vegas a lot because it's full of tourists and they go there, they act like they have no home training. They don't have to do what anybody says because I don't live here. Okay. That's what they always think too when like the basketball players. They were in some college basketball team, went to China and tried to steal something out of a store. And I'm thinking, first of all, because this is what do you call that? Not nepotism. What's the word when you steal but you don't need nothing? You're doing it for the rush. What do you call that? Damn it, what's the word? Anyway, somebody knows. And so you go over there and you're in China. Now, no offense to my Chinese brethren, but most of y'all are not kleptomaniac, thank you, are not 6'10". So here you got three black 6 foot whatever in the middle of China trying to steal something out of a store. And then Joe Biden, not Joe Biden, what was that child name? That other one, the trashy one. He had to call over there to get y'all out of jail. That's the kind of stuff I'm talking about. Like, what the heck are you doing and why are you doing it? Just because you left your state does not mean that the laws were suspended. Like, I can't. Humans. You humans. Child, I ain't seen an ice cream truck in 40 years. I didn't think they made those no more. And an ambulance. Uh-oh. Are y'all connected? Somebody died of a brain freeze? You know what? That's bad. A lost ambulance. And you don't know where he going. Get out your way. Still don't know where you're going. Bless your heart. I, can you die from vegan ice cream? You probably can. Jesus. I hope he found where he need to go. Y'all say a prayer for them. Wherever they going, they just might need it. You know, I had some healthy ice cream called Halo. If y'all see it in the store, it's supposed to be healthy, I suppose, because it has protein in it. So they basically made ice cream for bodybuilders, because that's usually who bought it. Well, when I worked in the shops. Oh, good God, Jesus. I'll go this way. It's a nice day. I'm interrupt my story for this brief commercial message. No offense to, let me say it this way first. Never mind. Lord have mercy. It's a nice day. No negativity. Good vibes only. What was I saying? Yes, it's called Halo. Halo Top, I think. And it's horrible. Because, well, to me, again, I ain't a bodybuilder, and they're probably used to that taste. But just imagine ice cream with protein powder in it. Because that's pretty much what it is. Because you eat it and it feels like there's sand in there. Because there's protein powder in there. I can't. I just can't. You know, there was a conversation too that I was witnessing on the YouTubes. There are, this is my workout. I've been to a gym once in my whole life. I'm allergic. I can't. Just, Gym who? I don't understand. So, the conversation was, anything can be an addiction, including working out. Now, of course, those who work out say that's the most preposterous thing, because, I mean, you're keeping in shape and so forth and so forth. Like, that's not a bad thing. But I think it's not so much the act, it's the behavior behind the act. So, just like wine and tequila can be addictive, if you're drinking it with the sole purpose of being drunk or the sole purpose of trying to wash away feelings or something like that, then it's the motivation behind the act, is my take. This is not what they were saying, it's my take. So, for people who work out, that's great. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But I know a person, because they run a gym, and they do competitions, and they put their bodies through weird things during competition so that their muscles pop and like they dehydrate, and all they eat is chicken and brown rice and all this type of stuff. Chicken with no seasoning, mind you, and brown rice or whatever. Green salads and things. And so, and then after competition, they go and have a piece of cake, and that's their reward for competition. But you see, but he is a person who, like, he was going to yoga with his girlfriend and decided after 2 sessions that ain't for him. The reason he was going, because he ain't but 5 foot something, is he has no more flexibility because he ain't nothing but muscle. And so when you work out to the point where you can't move, I think you might have a teensy bit of a problem because it's not like you got some job where you need to be strong. You have a gym. Like, yes, you don't necessarily need to be strong, you need to be fit. Like, I don't want somebody my size with big, giant, pregnant stomach trying to tell me how to lose weight. Actually, I do, because if you're doing it, then you know the struggle. But you do need to be fit. It looks better for your personal trainer to not be fat. I get that. But if you are working out to the point to where, like the other one who was doing the conversation, when he doesn't work out, he said he gets depressed. Okay, well, you have a different issue. So something is just like people who drink when they're depressed, or smoke when they're depressed, or eat when they're depressed, or whatever when they're depressed. There's a different thing you need to be focused on. So there's a mental health thing that got nothing to do with your biceps. So I think it can be used as a crutch, maybe, for other things, just like anything else. But if you work out to the point to where your neck, you have no free movement because your traps are as big as people's whole bodies. Like, what do you do? Now I want to see if I can see this little green bird. I can't show y'all though. But that's my thing. Is if you are to the point to where you can't move, you have no freedom of movement, because that's why he was going to yoga to see if he can get some of his elasticity back. It's like, I mean, skip a day. Damn. Just you ain't got to go do yoga. Just don't do this right now. I mean, how much bigger do you need to be? Oh, I got 2% body fat. Well, okay, let me give you some of mine because I got like 91.5%. So it's the wind blow everything on me shake. So yes, it's green. It's still there. I just can't show you because it's too little. I want to know what it is. I'm gonna look it up. Oh, there's the hawk though. Oh, y'all probably can't see that either. But you know them birds of praise because they don't flap. Y'all better hide. Yeah, out grocery shopping. Yes, and that's another thing. That's why I think no, it was all green and had like little black on the wings. Is the steroid? That's another thing. Because you're upset. And here's another thing. I interrupted myself again. Here's another thing. This is what I don't understand. I mean, I do understand it. I just find it interesting because it doesn't. I guess it's not fattening. Therefore, that's the excuse. I guess I don't know. But when you go to the gym and you spend hours in there pressing and pulling and this and that, and then you go outside and smoke a cigarette. I don't understand. I mean, I understand because again, you like cigarettes. But if you care that much about the outside, I don't understand. It just is, I don't know, it's a bizarre visual to me. It's not like cigars. People smoke cigars for recreation. Cigarettes is like me and sugar. You gotta have it. Just, I mean, what's the workaround? But it's just, I don't know. I find it mildly bizarre. See somebody who just came out the gym after they've been in there since they opened. Then you outside smoking. Okay. You just don't care at all. See, I never walk around with the goodies in the purse. That would be hilarious. You at the gym lifting weights. Kit Kats dropping out your shirts. That's all that visual. Ooh, wait a minute. When I get in the house, I'm gonna have to horse laugh on that one. I can't do it right now. Lord Jesus. Mm-mm. Lord, no. Ooh, no. I can see it. Like the nutty professor. You're just doing pull-ups, and all your push-ups come out. Oh my gosh. Got ring pops, Kit Kats, 7-Ups, all over the floor. It's my emotional support. It's my motivators. Don't judge me. That would be a mess. That's a mess. Oh Lord. I can't get I can't think of nothing else now. At the gym, shirt full of Twix. That's all right. I do too. You gotta have a treat. If they can go outside and smoke, I can have a Kit Kat in my purse. Surely. Surely I can. You got a menthol, I have a mint Kit Kat. They make them. That's a mess. All of them fall out. Like I said, I've been to the gym once my whole life. And I pulled on something like 1 or 2 times, like the little machine, and that was, I mean, Gemini man, I get bored easily. And just sitting there doing the same motion over and over, I can't. Now the leg thing, I like the leg thing though. Where you got lay back flat and push up with your legs. That I liked. Because even then, I could do 240 pounds pushing with the legs. You know, ask me to pull nothing with the arms. But I can kick a house down. That was fun, but all the other mess. I've never been a treadmill person. If you want to walk, go outside. Unless you lived like where I did in Florida, where there was nowhere to walk. I mean, you can go to the beach, but I ain't no beach person at all. Yeah, like there is like a gym trainer or just a trainer period is very important because there is an improper way to work out. There's an effective way to work out too, not just where you're just in the gym pushing on something. Like if you're trying to target something, or if you're trying to just lose weight, or if you're trying to, grow muscle, or whatever the case may be, there's a better way to do it, or a more effective way to do it, or just effective way, period. So it's definitely a place where wisdom and advice is needed, for absolute sure. Especially if you can get a nutrition plan too, if you're that serious about it, which a lot of them have. There's our wild raspberries again. Had to come back over here 2 weeks to see if they've grown. The gym etiquette from those that I've known, like I said, who owns this gym, you're supposed to wipe the machine down after you use it because you've just secreted half your body weight on this machine, so you're supposed to, but my thing is, because there's a bunch of people on the YouTubes that have a lot of advice on what to do and how to do it and these type of things. But for me, if you've never struggled with weight, all you've really struggled with was gaining muscle because you've always been skinny. And then mind you, that's a journey in itself, going from beanpole skinny to having muscles. But it's different because overeating or overweight comes with a mentality that you have to change to, because you have a relationship with food that also has to be corrected. Like me, I eat when I'm bored. And as a person who minds constantly races from one thing to the other, I'm constantly bored. Because I'm doing this for 10 minutes and I don't feel like doing it anymore. So if you've never struggled with losing weight, I don't want you to say nothing to me, period. You're just not the one for me. Not that you don't have the experience or the knowledge, because you can always gain it and still share it. But no, I want a person firsthand that knows what it's like to not eat the Oreo, but you want to. That's the person I want to talk to. Not the person who was 110 pounds their whole life and drank every protein powder in the world to get to where they are now. No. Because I'm not interested in working out so much. Because I don't want to go in the gym. I don't want to push. I don't want to be buff. Just, this is my exercise right here. Like, I'm big enough as it is. I don't want to spread out and look like He-Man walking down the street. No. Just tell me how to get rid of the pregnancy belly, and then and I know how to. I just don't. So that's a whole nother subject. Eat less, move more. That works for everybody. That works for people in wheelchairs. It definitely could work for me. It's just you got to do it. Eat less, move more. That's the diet plan right there. You'll need pills, you'll need lasers, you'll need suction pumps. Eat less, move more. That's just the way your body works. Now, mind you, you're still possibly genetically predisposed to just looking at a piece of cake and gaining weight. But at the same time, habits, they hurt or help. And then eat less, move more. Works for everybody. I ate before I came out here. And I didn't eat vegetables either. Well, I ate some green beans, but that doesn't count because they're full of seasoning. So this is one thing I can't is fresh green beans. I can't eat, no. They gotta be out of the can, pre-cooked and soft. I can't stand crunchy green beans. It's a texture thing, I guess. It's just, I just, because it's raw at that point, and I know you can eat it raw, but still, no. It's just too crunchy. I don't care what you do to the outside of it. You always got butter and garlic and this, I don't care. It's still crunchy and I can't do it. So there you go. Oh no. I have, outside of Tim Tams is loaded with sugar. But, and no offense to anybody on the other side of the pond or in Canada or any other country, but the United States of America, everything that we eat is loaded with salt and sugar. Everything everybody else eats is not, and I can't have it. It's because it tastes like nothing. I can't do it. I don't want less sugar. I just need to eat less of them. I can't do it because I already know I can't. Like I don't mind like not eating cookies, cake, or candy. I can do without all three. Because I say I like sugar, but fruit has enough to where that's all I really need to have. And you know, some of that's high in sugar too, and you blah, blah, blah. I get it. But I can do without the artificial stuff. I can do without cookies. I can do without cake. I can do without candy. I don't have to have it. I just have to have something sweet. Because that's my vice. But if I'm going to eat a cookie, it's got to be Americanized to where it is full of crap that it shouldn't be. I have had cookies from across the pond. It was one lady, she actually brought me back at the UPS store. She brought me back stuff. It's just like this. I'm eating, it's like bread. It tastes like nothing. Like, it's just, If it's going to be, you know, unhealthy, let it be unhealthy. I don't need it to be half healthy and half unhealthy. There's no point in that to me, for me, I should say. If I'm going to eat a cookie, eat a damn cookie. Put all the chocolate chips and the peanut butter chips and the toffee chips and the butter and the this, put it all in there. Because if you can't have it, then don't eat it. None of them. Don't torture yourself, sugar-free, fat-free, lactose-free, and all. Just don't eat it. Find something else. Have some willpower. But if you're going to eat it, eat it. Julia Child say, animals eat to survive, humans eat to enjoy. So if you're going to eat it, eat it. Don't give me nothing with half the sugar, half the fat, half the cholesterol. I want all of it. If you're going to die early, goddammit, die early. What is the point of all this other menagerie? It's like all of our crisps or chips, full of salt. They're basically salt featuring corn. Can't even call them chips. They're just bags of salt. But you get a chip from the UK, like it's not the same. There's no preservatives. Or there are, but there's no sugar in salt content like there is here. It's just I can't. I just my taste buds are genetically modified. It's just if you're going to eat something unhealthy, just eat it. If you can't have it, then don't eat it. If you got the diabetes, don't eat it. Like stop it. If you're gonna eat it, then okay, let them cut your toes off. But if you don't, then don't eat it. Find something else. You don't need alternative to sugar. Stop eating sugar. Yes, it's that easy to say, hard to do, get it, but you know it. Just because it's easy to say and hard to do don't mean you ain't supposed to do it. It's easy to say get up and go to work, but you'd have to do that anyway. Don't eat it. Don't torture yourself. I mean, you don't need Captain Crunch in heaven. You get to eat Jesus and drink his blood. That's all you need. That's horrible. But that's what they got up there. That's all you need. Cannibal City. Pull your cup up, knife and fork, get busy. That's it. Reserve your spot. The red prayer handkerchief is in case you dribble some on your chin and wipe it up. Won't even know. And if you're allergic to blood and mammal, then don't eat it. There you go. Don't make life hard. It already is. Other people work overtime to give you stuff to do and to make your life hard. Don't help them. Like this is day 2, no, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Day 7, no chocolate. So there will be no chocolate eaten for the rest of my life. 0. Why? Because I can't have it. Because I'm allergic. I know this. I know this. I believe this. Yet, I like it. Not to mention, everything in the candy aisle is covered in chocolate. Gummy bears, pretzels, ink pens and erasers, everything is covered in chocolate. But I know I can't have it because I'm allergic. So if you don't like me, I don't like you back double. So, day 7, no chocolate. I'm done. Haven't had any candy either. Except my maple lolly. Them damn things are sweet, lucky girl. I mean, they're maple lollipops, so they should be. But damn. So what I'm gonna do is what I used to do sometimes with like a throat lozenge. Take it off the stick and put it in the coffee. So that's what I'm gonna do. No, they don't have chocolate. I don't like Nutella. I have tried it. Not a fan. It's not horrible though, but I'm not It's not good enough for me to keep eating it. Yes, they were too sweet for me. I like sugar, but I do have a cap. And it's like I like sugar and I eat too much of it, but I don't eat a lot at once. My brother, who's the perfect health, he eats a lot of sugar. Like he puts sugar and creamer in his coffee. I can't because that's way too sweet. I put the creamer in there and that's it. Because the creamer's got tons of sugar in it, at least to me. So I don't eat a bunch of sugar at once. I just eat too much of it, period. But right now, no chocolate, no candy, outside of my maple lollipops, which don't count. So what's the next thing? The other one is cake. I eat cake now. I mean, we ain't got to go crazy here. I did the chocolate thing because I can't have it. I did the candy thing because I don't have any. But I got a cake. I had an oatmeal pie, I should say that, I guess. But I can do without it. Maybe I will. We'll see how long it lasts. What is today? The 19th? June 19th? So we'll start there, see how far we go. Which is good because it's watermelon season. I can eat that all day, every day. I started to give strawberries another chance, and then I said to myself, why? Because they're good for you. But I'm like, why? I've never had a good strawberry in my life, in my entire life. They've all been bitter and sour. So if you don't like me, I don't like you. So we're not doing that. I don't care what you do to them. They're always nasty. Oh, it's Father's Day. Well, happy Father's Day to the fathers in the world. Always get a text, happy Uncle's Day. So that reminded me. Yeah, that's the sugar my brother uses, is coconut sugar. I have sugar in the house, but it was for what purpose? What was I making? I don't know. I needed sugar for it, though, whatever it was. Because I don't ever buy it. Because I don't ever eat it. Because it comes in the form of everything else in the house. Got darn sugar in it, so kind of American food. That's all it is. It's salt and sugar featuring other things. Anyhow, I've been out here 2 hours. Going home. Got a ways to go. Never go so far from your house or your car that you can't get back to it. Moral of the story. I'll get there. At least before 8 o'clock. So I will see y'all tonight. Well, somebody got to drive by every time I want to say something. See y'all tonight. I will try to come back out here next week too, but by ear we shall play that, and we shall see. Until then, is there something else I wanted to say? Oh, I got the sign-ups for the tarot class. It takes place September the 2nd is the first day. That should be Friday. So September the 2nd is when we shall start. I got the sign-ups. So if you're on the list, you're still on the list. Or if I send you an email, you're still on the list. I'll send you information like 2 weeks beforehand, or a week beforehand, or 2 weeks, something like that, if you're still interested at that time. It's basic tarot, as in the meanings and some of the symbolism. No astrology, no numerology. You can do that later, type of thing. It's 6 weeks. It's $100. They are recorded and sent to you after the recording is done. They're live classes, but the live classes are recorded, and then I send it to you, and that way you can watch it back at your leisure, because they're uploaded to YouTube, but they're uploaded unlisted, so you can't type it in and search it, but I will send you the link, that way you can watch it forever. The classes are on Fridays at 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. and Saturday from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. And they are the exact same classes both days. So for instance, Friday, September the 2nd, we will be doing the Fool through the Wheel of Fortune. And then Saturday, September the 3rd, we will be doing the Fool through the Wheel of Fortune. And then we will do some card association right after that to show you how they work together. We will do some mock readings, or I will do some, and then you practice on your own time. But that's how they're going to go. So again, I'll see y'all tonight and see y'all next week, hopefully. And y'all have a good day. Thanks for keeping me company as we walked in the breeze. Bye-bye.